coming. I consider it an honor to have been given the part to participate in this celebration. I praise the Lord for the vision of our missionaries who came to Northern Luzon in 1916. Pastor Hayes and Pastor Amundsen had the vision to start church schools in all schools that had students where they could start a church school. I'd like to thank the members of the Centennial Committee for having invited me to participate. I believe that we are all here because of divine providence. Who could have imagined that 100 years from the beginning, some of us are still here? I graduated from NLAC in 1953. And I believe that because of divine providence, we are all here. And that because of divine providence, Dr. Lawrence is delegated to sponsor and work out this celebration. I'd like to invite the sponsors who are here to please stand. Any sponsors who are here to please stand?
Sponsors for what? Kayo, Bina. Kayo. Apo, makasangat kami pa dito.
Yes, we will have.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Now, how many of you went through the elementary school system in the school? Will you please stand?
Kaya mo na po. Wala na dito eh. Wala, grade 1 kayo niya.
Grade 1 to 14.
Ay, napo talaga.
I believe that God has given the sponsors the teaching gene, and they have in their hearts to further foster the work of the Lord. I have a high respect for elementary school teachers. As you look at these young children, that's how we look when we first started the elementary school. Some of us were uncoordinated, some of us were unruly, some of us were noisy. But years from then, look at what the difference made. The elementary school teachers lays the foundation for further education for the rest of the students. And they have laid a solid foundation for us to build our dreams on. Looking back, in my years in elementary and high school, I appreciated the efforts of the teachers who were able to more or less guide the students to what they are ready for the next educational level, high school. Have any of you been given an F grade in conduct? I did. How of you have been told that nothing good will ever become of you? I did. And how of you, when I hurt, like when I accidentally fell and scratched my face, I go to class and the teacher would say, "That's good for you." So, but with the other teachers, I was rewarded for heading their advice, and eventually I studied out and became a commander of the MCTC in 1953 over all the older students. I was the youngest in the class at then we were called boys. It is gratifying to see the number of students that we have. I counted about 106. When we were going to school, there were only a few of us. In the age range, from the very young, the middle age, in the late 20s, we had a classmate who was in the early 31st year because they haven't had the chance to go to school because of the war, and others were waiting for their chance to attend a Christian school. I'd like to challenge the alumni who are here to keep continuing supporting our institution. If you recall the story of the sanctuary when it was built, when God told Moses to request the Israelites to bring in their silver and their gold and raiments and all various elements, there was a time when the Levites told Moses to tell the people to stop giving because they had enough. Same thing happened when King David was collecting materials for the building of the New Jerusalem. They had to tell the people to stop giving because they had more than enough. And sure enough, the silver and the gold, precious metals, magnified the radiance of the Solomon's temple, so that when the sun shone on the temple, it reflected a bright light. I'd like to say in closing that remember we are here for a purpose. God has brought us here especially for a purpose, to support His work. At the beginning, the missionaries had envisioned the purpose of education and salvific instruction on the students, so that part of the curriculum was to give Bible lessons to the students, and many were baptized while they were in school. The third leg of the Christian education is physical. When we were going to school, in the elementary, we had to do our own garden, plant seeds, and water the plants, and when they're grown, we have something to bring home. That also happened when we were in the fourth year. So unless you have these three prongs, a stool will not stand: physical, mental, and spiritual. In America, the number one epidemic at this time is obesity. And I see that some of the younger children are starting to get overweight. And later on in life, there are these children who will eventually have problems. So the walkway might be, and this pavilion might be a good instrument for physical instruction. People could walk around the walkway maybe every day after classes, or have special classes for physical education at this facility. In closing, I'd like to quote John Wesley. He said, "Do all the good you can with all the places you go, with all the expense you have, with all the time you have, in all the pleasures you have, to all the people you have, and at all times you have, even to go on as long as possible. Give." Thank you for your attention.